So I was gonna make the Gamma Gun from Fallout 4 today, but in addition to this whole YouTube thing, I do production design on short films. And the timetable of this one film shifted, essentially moving this prop to the head of the line. So today, I'm showing you how to make a plasma gauntlet. Tools and materials. For this build, you'll need conduit, random odds and ends, hot glue, paint, brads, a marker, a respirator mask, goggles, a rotary tool, scissors, razor pens, or a box cutter, scrap EVA foam, brains! Ha! Take that, people who say I never modify my materials list. It's a mix. It's a mix of stock footage and whatever new shit I needed to make the thing. So because of that schedule change, I went from having like 2 weeks to build this to having 2 days. So the point of this prop in the story is that the main character has modified a piece of construction equipment into an energy weapon, hence the yellow. So I'm sort of going for highly weathered construction equipment look. Like Ripley's power loader, or the balloon chair from Kingsman, or the re-entry suits from Lockout, which admittedly was terrible but had great production design. Like that 1950s diesel punk built to last look. Just say Fallout. How can I put all these thoughts into one convenient slide? Hey, here's a mood board! I didn't film myself building this because it was kind of just me looking at my scrap bins and randomly assembling shapes. I mean, the front end of this prop is just the weirding module from my Dune parody. I'm the Kwisatz Haderach. I'm not sealing this in glue or Plastidip, partly because I don't have time and partly because I don't really need to for this prop. I want that super aged, weathered look, so hence the rough coat with no sealant. I use my heat gun to help the drying process, but you have to be really careful with that because they're freaking hot. Go figure. If you have a desk fan or something, just use that. But I don't, so let's use dangerous equipment instead. I did all the high relief areas, the edges, just say the edges, and corners with silver paint so that it looked like, you know, this had been knocked around over the years and the yellow paint had worn off. I usually use rub and buff for this, but not today! Sorry if I just blew out all your eardrums with that. I saw my microphone just told me it overmodulated. Mop. Now let's add some gack. Gack is just movie slang for random sciencey looking details, like the shit on all the walls in Wing Commander. The gack was sourced from dozens of other projects. The switch was from the old teleporter prop, the switch cover was from the Interstellar parody, the marble was from the Red Robot, the knobs were from the old cardboard blaster build, and the corks inside them were from the Harley shoe. I had to put a cork in there because foam just wasn't cutting it. The groovys on the side and back were from an Apollo lander kit that I had as a kid until my dad fell into a tesseract in a black hole and manipulated gravitational waves through time to knock it off of my bookcase. That, kids, was an Interstellar joke. Nerf! I wanted to wire this so that it would light up, and in fact I did start to wire this so that it would light up, and then realized that the circuits on the inside would dig into my actor's arm. So I'll do it in post. Use watery black paint to fill in all the low relief areas. That is not how you spell relief. What the hell am I smoking? This would look like dirt and grime and engine oil, all the best things. The sort of thing you'd expect to find on an old piece of machinery. Use a tissue and a Q-tip and smudge everything up. I had some red paint to the button on the back. I added some decals from old model kits to make it look more like a machine, because machines have words and numbers and shapes and shit on them. You gotta be careful while adding these because foam isn't the best surface for decals. The trigger, which I couldn't really add until after I painted it, is made out of the handle of a toy police baton and a dead power cable. Here's a close-up of the decals. In fact, hey, here's a better shot. Oh, and yes, my shop pants are made from other pants. In fact, most of my pants are made from other pants. I don't have to go to a psychiatrist. I know I'm a hoarder. I don't need to pay someone to tell me that. I just love this. I cannot get over how well that came out. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this tutorial, then you can subscribe and hit send me updates so that you can see when I post new videos. You can also check out similar tutorials to this one right here. And you can support me on Patreon, which is how I get funding for prop materials and to make films. I was making coffee this morning. I only had enough for like 1.5 days of coffee, so either be extra awake today or not awake enough tomorrow. Guess which one I chose? Jake out!